Well, welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry it's been so many days. It turns out that I had to have another surgery to remove more basal cell carcinoma. And it was on my arm, and the last thing he says to me is, no strumming. So, because he obviously wanted the area that had been operated on to heal or begin healing. So 7 stitches later in a couple weeks, and I'm back in action, glad to be back. If I would have known that was going to happen, I would have done a video before the surgery, but I'm here, and thanks for hanging out and waiting. The last time I did a review on this Ohana tenor with the new strings that turned it into a baby baritone. So, and you can hear D, G, B, E, the bottom 4 strings of a guitar. And it really, really sounds good. I've really enjoyed this setup. I've enjoyed playing it. And the feedback that I've gotten is really good. People have also done it and enjoyed it and like the fact that it's a smaller instrument. Instead of a 20-inch baritone, it's 17 inches. So, and that helps in a lot of different ways. So, gonna play it a little bit for you. And what this video is about is basically just a comparison. Now this, and I'll put a link down here to the review of this actual instrument. This is all solid mahogany. The baritone we're going to be looking at, the only baritone I own right now is the Makala, and that's all laminate mahogany. But it has a bigger body. So let's take a look at this guy. Sounds good, good volume, I think, great sustain. And if you're into playing the baritone, this might be a good option as far as being able to play a smaller instrument, or maybe you like to travel. Maybe you want to take a plane somewhere and you don't want to deal with the bigger baritone, although the bigger baritone is still only 20 inches compared to a regular guitar, which is somewhere around 25 or so. So, and if you've ever traveled as I have with a regular classical guitar, it's a challenge at times. Now remember, before we even do this, we're talking about the Ohana 359 bucks from MIM, and this is a Makala Baritone less than $100. So take that into account. But as you see, obviously, a bigger body. Bigger body, more depth in the back especially. So that's going to, as a rule, give you more volume. So I would say initially, just from my perspective, and it's going to sound different to you, is that the Ohana may not have as much volume, but the notes ring out better. They're not as, quote, dead because it's all solid, and it's barely broken in as it is. All solid body, all mahogany, much better built guitar or baritone, baby baritone. And it may be that, you know, I did a whole video about guitar versus baritone and the advantages and disadvantages, etc. But that sounds better to me as far as the actual chords and sustain, etc. This, to me, as I'm playing it here, seems to have a more volume. But volume isn't everything. As far as comfort goes, this one, you can sit on the couch the whole, you know, all night, watch TV and practice. You can with this one. Obviously, it's a little more difficult because it's a bigger instrument, but it's a great value for, you know, $100 or whatever they're costing now. So anyway, I hope that helps. And my goal obviously is not to go so long for another video. I've got a couple more reviews to do. I'll be doing some stuff on the Vita uke. In fact, 2 or 3 videos. I have a actual concert scale Vita uke. They've always called it a concert because of the lower bout, but it was always a soprano scale. So they've actually come out with a concert scale Vita uke. And then I bought the soprano scale Vita uke and had it set up with a low G. I've never had a soprano with a low G, and I wasn't sure how that was going to work. So we'll see about that. Stay tuned. Do me a favor, would you please subscribe down here and like the video, and especially if you would share it with other people that might be interested in things that are ukulele related. Anyway, I will see you soon. Obviously here we are in the middle of a heat wave, thus the Hawaiian shirt, and I'm very thankful because I hate being cold. Until then, God bless. Bye-bye.